This mutation is called Ulnar New Year, and we are playing it on lock and load. We have two mutators active, we have Lucky Envelopes, and we have Fireworks. So let me talk about Lucky Envelopes first. As you can see, Lucky Envelopes operates very much like Slim Pickings in the sense that there are resource drops available on the map. But unlike Slim Pickings, your mineral fields operate like normal, so your economy is severely boosted as compared to any of the other mutators. So it's purely a positive mutator here. The other one is Fireworks, and this one is probably the scarier one over here. This one does a lot of damage. It's basically like self-destruction, but one that targets your units actively, and it deals an insane amount of damage. And when you're dealing with attack waves, it can be pretty devastating. So over here we have Raynor and Nova that will be going for this mutation. Nova is probably going to be the one that will be struggling the most with. She's going to have to protect her army and she's going to have to keep an eye out on her army very carefully, because if she were to lose that, she is not actually going to be limited in terms of resources, but in terms of the charge buildups for her units. Raynor, on the other hand, should be relatively okay. With an increased production, he can just continuously remax his army without any real problems. So we'll see how the game plays out. Nova is already taking her expansion, putting down a command center nearby, and we have another command center on this side as well. Already an orbital CC available for Raynor, and he's going to put down a third CC as well. And this is going to fortify Raynor's position in the economy right now. We have a factory also coming down, so Raynor will be trying to rush up into higher tech units. We'll see which ones he chooses to use for that. You have a Marine over here, just going to go and pick up all these resource patches here, and you can see the economies are doing relatively well. Raynor is actually using up. Both these players are using up their resources really effectively, and it is propelling their game into the mid game already at such an early stage. And in terms of the tech levels and the upgrades that are going to be researched very, very soon. You can see over here, production-wise, Nova is already going for a factory, and she might be also going for the starport very, very soon. So we have a bunch of Marines that have been dropped over here, and they will be clearing up Raynor's rocks. And on this side, we have another bunch of Marines that will be clearing up Nova's rocks here. So two Terrans in perfect harmony on this side. So we have a starport being produced here by Raynor. I wonder if he's going to go for an air composition here, which just might make it a little bit more interesting to watch. So we'll see what happens here. Nova is already out, and she is going to make her way towards the central lock to try and intercept that attack wave. There is a little resource pickup over here, but Nova does not seem to be tempted by that. She is moving here, and okay, she's dropping a sabotage drone down. Blinks in. One-shots the attack wave, and then sends the other, just another one more shot there to clear up whatever left of that attack wave. Sabotage drone comes down to give vision. Airstrike instantly one-shots pretty much everything there. There are a few more units that are left over, but that'll be okay. Very nice play here from Nova. Raynor is slowly starting to tech up, building up his economy and whatnot. He's going to be perfectly okay to deal with the later stages of the game here. Nova is okay as well. She can handle these three locks pretty much easily handleable by Nova, so she's pretty much done here. So Nova has produced a bunch of siege tanks, and we're going to see what Raynor is going to do here. So Raynor has used his Hyperion to try and weaken the side here, but you see these fireworks actually do a lot of damage to the Hyperion. There is a defensive drone that comes down, but I believe it has to be manually targeted onto the Hyperion because the damage is very imminent there. And that firework takes out the Hyperion. But I think for the most part the defenders on that side have been cleared, so that's relatively good. So there are a lot of drops over here, and you can see how quickly the economy is going to ramp up. Nova's going to have no problems. There is an observer that gets shot down by Nova, and that deals a little bit of damage to her Marines. And the lock does end up getting captured here because it has been aggroed by the Hyperion, but it's no big deal. The allied commanders will be able to handle and recapture the lock because there's not very much over there anyway. Nova's just going to go exploring now, make sure there's nothing there. There is a stalker, so just snipe that, move out of the way. And I think for the most part that should be most of the enemy units. I think there are just two gateways here, no pylon power as well for them. And Nova is free to capture this lock now. We have a bunch of siege tanks that are parked on the side to provide a little bit of range, and a Banshee airstrike has come down for Raynor, and I wonder what his plan is with this Banshee airstrike. Okay, so the Banshee airstrike here is just going to be used to deal with this lock here. We already have 2 battlecruisers there for Raynor. No reason to not go for mass battlecruisers on this mutation because you have such a powerful economy. So I'm actually not surprised to see battlecruisers here. You have a very, very effective economy here because of the lucky envelopes and just tons of resources available and open to you. So as you can see, there are a bunch of units that are going to try and capture this lock. So this lock has been captured as well, and Nova is going to make her way towards this one to cap this one. Over here we have Raynor's Marine and Nova's SCV. They are going to be capturing this lock here, and now there are a bunch of siege tanks that are shelling their way on these enemy units. Unfortunately for this, this area is probably, these siege tanks are going to go down because of the fireworks, because the fireworks do have a range. I think there's 8 range, I think, from where the unit dies. So unfortunately those 2 siege tanks end up going down. This area has been cleared, so we have a bunch of Hellbats and a couple of Marines that are going to be capping this lock over here. And now Raynor has a total of 4 cattle bruisers. Actually, he has 6 cattle bruisers. I don't know where the other 2 are gone, but they're there somewhere around the map. And as you can see, the Banshee airstrike just gets instantly obliterated by the fireworks. And you gotta be careful with this. It does actually a lot of damage. These fireworks, you kinda want to be careful that you're not standing in the way, because it's not like self-destruction where you can kind of tank it and you can kind of out-heal it. It will actually take your units out very, very quickly. Raynor has still not lost any of his battlecruisers, which is really good. Nova, unfortunately, did lose those 2 siege tanks in the middle, but you can see 15 Banshees gone down. Those are the Dusk Wings from the Banshee airstrikes. We have a bunch of Yamato cannons and a tactical jump out of the way. Very nice micro there from Raynor, just to try and avoid the fireworks there. So I think what he's done is he's just sent some of his units away there. More Yamato cannons come down, and the defensive drone keeps these battlecruisers alive here. And this injured battlecruiser is going to make its way back towards the base, and I think there is a medic on this side that will be trying to heal this guy up before he joins in again. Another Yamato cannon comes down onto the this, and I think one of those battlecruisers ends up going down because of I think because the airstrike was somewhat unexpected there. But this lock has been captured now, and there are a couple of Marauders and 1 Marine here to cap this lock. There is another attack wave that has come up here, and airstrike comes down, instantly wiping a lot of this attack wave. But again, a little bit of kiting required to make sure these battlecruisers do not take unnecessary damage. And you can see these fireworks actually kind of hurt. It's not something that you can just say, oh, you know what, I'm just going to tank this and I'll be fine. No, this is going to be, these fireworks deal a lot of damage. Another 2 battlecruisers get picked off there, just purely from the firework damage. But I think that is pretty much it for the fireworks. There's another attack wave here. A few more railgun turrets get dropped down from the Raven, and I think that is pretty much the end of that attack wave. There is 1 more lock remaining, and Nova has cleaned up this side already with just a few snipes. And Nova is actually doing okay here. She also does have her nuke ready, so this will be a little bit of an advantage for her. There is a sabotage drone that has come down and an airstrike that deals a lot of damage to the units over here. And now we have a nuke that is coming down for Nova. I don't think there's very much here though for Nova to take out. She does deal a little bit of damage to the hybrids there. No blink out of the way, but the defensive drone comes down. That'll keep her alive a little bit. And we have Raynor's battlecruisers now ready to join in on the fun. And they will be taking out some of these units. A little bit of a dodge there. Yep, very, very close there to on his entire army. But Raynor is now in position to activate this lock. And we have a few more Yamato cannons coming up to clean up the static defenses on this side. We have a hybrid Reaver that has jumped in. Nice tactical jump out of the way to avoid the death of that hybrid Reaver and dropping some more fireworks. But unfortunately, they have moved out of range here to cap that lock. So let's see that there is a firework almost gets. I don't know if that firework actually ended up hitting the battlecruisers there, but Nova is on this side, just trying to deal with these hybrid destroyers here. Drops a Liberator here to try and cap this lock, and Nova will be dealing. Does she want to do the Zelnaga construct? I think she could probably get some help with from Raynor. Raynor could help her here. Tons of Yamato cannons ready, but let's see what the plan is. There are 2 attackers that spawn. I think the players have decided against going for it. I don't know if they really want to do it. I think they was just messing around with the Zalnaga construct. A bunch of Yamato cannons go down here, but again, that Zalnaga construct has a lot of HP, so that thing is not going down anytime soon. Anyway, a tactical jump over here, and that caps the last lock. 14 minutes and 30 seconds. Say about 14 minutes, considering they were just kind of messing with that construct for a little while. But that is the end of the mission. All the locks have been captured, and that is GG.